Well, hello people. Now in the last video of this Springtails project, we have already launched a search campaign so that we could have start selling all of these products through this search campaign. In fact, this search campaign has started generating impressions. Let me quickly get you into the Google Ads account. So here we have the Google Ad account. This is the search campaign I'm talking about. This search campaign has started generating impressions, which is the first thing which any ad receive. Then we got 49 clicks. We got around 227. I mean, we got these clicks at this cost, 227 rupees. But then we have not received any conversion. We have not received any sales. And digital marketing is majorly about generating the returns. I know people learn digital marketing from the perspective of launching campaigns, launching ads, launching keywords, adding anything in this account. But then what if you don't generate any conversion in the campaigns? If you don't have conversion data, there's no point in running projects in digital marketing. With this conversion data, you actually optimize all the campaigns. So if you have this conversion number, you can see how many sales have come from this campaign. If you have 10 different campaigns, you'll be having this conversion number distributed for 10 different campaigns. You can see which keyword has generated the conversions, which ad group, which age, on which date you have generated these conversions. So without this conversion data, this account is of no use. You can't do anything in this account. You can't track anything in this account. So in this video today, we're going to learn about setting up of all of these conversion data for sprintrails.in. So we're going to set up an account like a code which is called as Google Ad Remarketing Code. Remarketing code is used so that we can remarket our ads to people who have come on the website, visited any of the pages, any of the products, maybe added the product to the cart, but then they have not taken or purchased the item. So through remarketing, we are chasing these people. In fact, when you go to Amazon, maybe Flipkart, and you just go through a product, next day you start seeing these products coming to you as if the products are chasing you every day until you purchase these products. So this happens through the remarketing code. Then we have to set up a conversion tracking code so we can track how many sales are happening, which campaigns are generating these sales. Then we have to set up Google Analytics account so we can track what people are doing when they are coming on the website, for how long they are staying on the website, for what products they are going through on the website. This is the tracking for entire website traffic. Then we have to set up a Google Tag Manager code and also a Facebook Pixel code. So we have like 5 or 6 different codes to be added on the website. And it's going to take a lot of time and efforts to add these codes. So we are talking about this website, which is springtrails.in. I already have these 2 extensions added to my browser. We call it Meta Pixel Helper and Google Tag Assistant. Through this extension, we check what all codes are available on the website. So I simply have to refresh this website and then I don't find any code on this in this website. So that's what this extension do. This is very useful if you are using any sort of Google and Meta ad accounts. Now, so how will we add all these code on the website? One easy way is to pull out the remarketing code from Google, pull out conversion tracking code from Google and push it into the website. Maybe you share it with the developer. If you know development by yourself, you can also add these codes on each and every page of the website. Then you get into Google Analytics account, you pull out a tracking code from Google Analytics, and you also put this tracking code on the website. Then you get into Google Facebook account. I'm sorry, not Google, but Facebook ad account. From here, you pull up the pixel code and you again put up this pixel code on the website. And then it's going to take a lot of tasks. You again have to go on the website. You again have to share these codes on to the developer. So Google has come up with a plan with this tool by the name of Google Tag Manager. So having this tool means you don't have to, push all the codes into the website again and again. What you do, you pull up different codes from different accounts. You push all these codes into the tag manager. So let's say if you have codes from analytics, codes from Google, codes from Facebook, codes from maybe LinkedIn, you push all these codes in Google Tag account and you only put these 2 Google Tag manager codes into the website. So rather than pushing all these different account codes in the website, we will only have to push one single code within the website. So let's start with pushing this code in the website first, so that we don't have to interact with website again and again. And then all the remaining codes will be configured within Google Tag Manager. Now, in this Google Tag Manager, you simply have to get into tagmanager.google.com. You simply click over this button and then you get two different codes. The first code goes in the head and the second code goes in the body of each and every page of the website. If you have a developer, you can pass these two codes to the developer and ask him to push in the head and body, and then the codes will start showing or firing on the website. But then here we are gonna do it by ourselves. So let me show you the website first. So this is the website. It's a Shopify interface for springtails.in. Within this Shopify interface, we have to come into online store option. Then we have to get into themes. From themes, we have to get into these three dots. We click on edit code and then we go to theme.liquid. So whenever it comes to adding any code on the Shopify website, you usually add these codes into the theme.liquid section. Now, let's quickly copy this body, in fact, copy this head code, which goes in the head tag of the website. Now we have it normally standard where we usually add these codes before the end of head and before the end of body. So what I can do, I can simply find the end of head first by simply typing /head, click on next, and this is the ending of the head tag. Before the ending, I make some space and I copy the head tag. Then again go back to tag manager, copy the body tag, and this time I come to the bottom of the page, find out this body. I can also find it by typing /body and pushed it before the ending of body. And you have to be very conscious while putting these codes, otherwise you will be you'll like messing up all the code of the website. And then we click on save. Now, right after saving it, we have to check if this code is fired on the website or not. And we have already added these two extensions in the Google Chrome browser. And then we simply have to refresh this site and look for this area. And here it says we have configured the Google Tag Manager code. In fact, it's also showing the Google Analytics code, which give me 1 second, shall not be available. Let me click on publish. I had some codes earlier which I have not removed, I have not published. So anything that you do in Tag Manager has to be published. If you don't publish it, then things does not actually reflect on the website. So let me refresh this website once again, and this time I shall only be having one code on the website. That's right. So here we have the Google Tag Manager code. So you can see we only have one single code on the website, which is Google Tag Manager. Now, once this Google Tag Manager code is added on the website, we can now close the website. We don't need to do anything in the website. It's not even needed. Now, what we can do, we can simply pull all these codes from different accounts and we can push one by one into Google Tag Manager. So let's pull up the Google Analytics code first. So now for Google Analytics, you have to get into analytics.google.com. This is an account which people use to check the behavior of people, to check what people are doing when they come on the website. Now, let's say if you are on the home page of this account, if you don't have the code account configured, it will say the tag is not available. If it's having the data, it will say tag is active. So now you have to get into admin. From admin, you go to an option which says data stream. Within data stream, you'll be able to find option of measurement ID. Now you have two ways. If you are doing it with Google Tag Manager, we have to copy this measurement ID and put it into the Google Tag Manager account. Otherwise, if you are doing it for the entire website by yourself without Google Tag Manager, you click on this option which says view tag instructions. You wait for a while, and from here you go to install manually. You copy this entire code and you send it to the developer, or you add this code by yourself on the website. But this time we are not using the website. That's why we have to use this measurement ID. So I can simply copy this measurement ID I can go back to Google Tag Manager. Then we have to get into tags option. Now tags is the option where you push in all of your different ad account codes. So now I click on new. Then I go to tag configuration. We already have the templates available. We already have templates for Google Analytics. We click over here, and within Google Analytics, we choose Google Tag. It asks for a tag ID. We simply paste the conversion ID. And now the question is, where do we want this code to fire? Where do we want Google Analytics to fire, at which page of the website? So when we want to fire codes on the entire website, we go to triggering part. Triggering is triggering of this code. At which page of the website we want to trigger this code, or at what event we want to trigger this code. So here we want to trigger this code on all the pages of the website. So we choose all pages. We name it Google Analytics code. We also name it GA4, which is the new name of Google Analytics. We click on save. And after saving the codes on the Google Tag Manager, the code actually does not work. That's right. So I can simply refresh this website, and I can show you we don't have this analytics code available on the website because we have not submitted and published this code. So after saving the code in Tag Manager, we also have to submit and publish the code. Once it's submitted and published, then we have to get back into the website again and we refresh it for once again. And then we can see we have now two codes added on the website. The first one is Google Tag Manager, and this global site tag is for, I'm sorry, this one is the Google Analytics account, GCM44CJ. In fact, I can check this from the measurement ID, GCM446J. So here we have added two codes on the website. Now let's talk about adding another pair of codes, which is Google remarketing and Google conversion tracking code. So let's add the remarketing code first. So we get into tools, then we go to audience manager. Within audience manager, if we don't have the audience available, we click on this plus sign, and then we click on website visitor. And from here, we name it, let's say, all website traffic. We choose the tag source and we click on create segment. Now, after creating the segment, we have to get into your data sources. Here we'll be getting an option of Google Ads tag. Remarketing code is renamed as Google Ads tag. We click on details, and from here we shall be getting the manual remarketing code. So this is the codes. We can like take this entire code, share it with the developer, ask him to push it on each and every page of the website. We can email it from here, or we can use the third option, which is use Google Tag Manager, where we only have to push in this conversion ID. Now we again go back to Google Tag Manager. We close this option. We go back to workplace, and within workplace, give me 1 second. Yeah, so within workplace, we go to tags and we create another tag which is for Google remarketing. So we click on new. We go to tag configuration. We look for Google remarketing. Now we don't find anything that says Google remarketing. Okay, we have it. So here we have the Google Ads remarketing code. We have already copied the conversion ID. This was the conversion ID. And then we can click on triggering. We want to trigger this code on each and every page of the website. We name it remarketing code, or let's name it Google Ads remarketing code. We have a warning which says conversion linker tag missing in container. We don't have the conversion linker tag. This is again a code which is needed whenever you are adding remarketing or conversion codes in the Google Tag Manager account. So let's save this Google Ads remarketing code. We click on save. We have this code again. We have to add one more code, which was conversion linker. So this is a conversion linker. This code is needed so we can link Google with Tag Manager, Google Ads and Tag Manager. This is the linking code, and we always have to fire it on all the pages of the website. So we simply choose the template of conversion linker. We trigger it on all the pages, and we click on save. It's gonna take the name as conversion linker. We click on save again, and we have the three codes available on the website. Now we are left with two more codes. Next one is going to be the conversion code. I have not published the code yet. That's why the codes won't be available on the website. On the website, we still have two codes only. One is Google Tag Manager. Second one is Google Analytics. This is also for assigned for Google Analytics. You can see the number is same, CM44. Now, how about setting up the conversion tracking code? So conversion tracking code is needed so we can track how many people are making purchasing on the website. So we go to goals. From goals, we go to conversions. We click over here. Then we will be getting the available goals. Now, let's say we don't have any available conversion in the account. We click on create conversion action. And here we choose the option of website because we want to track this conversion happening on the website. Then we put in the website link. We copy this code from here. We put it over here. We click on scan. Then we click on create conversion actions manually using code. We click on agree and continue. It says you need to add at least one conversion action. So in terms of conversion action, we want to count the purchase. In conversion name, we let's say we name it website purchase. For value, let's say we don't assign any value for it right now. So let's say we go with don't assign a value. So value is something which you tell to this Google ads account that what amount you want to like track for every conversion. So let's say if you want to tell Google that you want 500 rupees to be counted as a value whenever a sale happens, you put 500 over here. Otherwise, you can go with this option which says don't assign a value for this conversion. Right now, we are not going with this option. And then for count, we count every sale happening. Then you go with the default options, you click on done, and you complete this option of agree and continue. Now it will go to the second page which says get instructions and finish. Here we have three options again, starting with setting up a Google Tag code, email instructions to the webmaster, or use Google Tag Manager. So we are going with the third option. Here we need to set up conversion ID and website purchase, which means conversion labeling into the Google Tag Manager. So let's again get back into Google Tag Manager. This time we again click on new. We look for tag configuration template for conversion. So let's say I search for conversion. And there we got the option of Google Ads conversion tracking. Here it asks for conversion ID and conversion labeling. So I go back to Google Ad account, copy this conversion ID, which starts with 11, goes till 61. I paste it over here. Then I go for conversion label. And this is the website purchase label. And I again put it over here. In the end, it says next step, make sure you add a conversion linker tag, which we have already added. We have pasted both these codes in the Google Tag Manager. We can also assign conversion value and tracking ID, which is not needed right now. And now the question is, where do we want to trigger this code? Do you want to trigger it on all the pages? If we do this step, then it means anyone who's gonna come on the website will be counted as conversion, which we don't want. So this time we want this conversion code to be triggered, to be fired on a specific page. This conversion code has to be fired when somebody makes a purchase. For setting this code, we have to make a purchase on the website. Without this option, you can't really set up a conversion tracking code. Now, let's say we want to check what happened when actually someone purchases an item. So we come on the website, we click on this product, we click on buy it now. Then we wait for a while, we put in some information. Let's say we put any information, we put in the country, we put in any details, we click on pay now, and we go with, we have chosen the option of payment gateway. So the payment won't be completed unless we makes the payment, which we don't want right now. So I click on back again, and I'm going with COD option. So I go with this option which says cash on delivery. I click on complete order, and what I want from you is to look at this URL bar. It says processing, and now it says thank you. So basically we wanted to have a URL, like a static value in URL, so we can use this value to track conversions. So we only count conversion when the URL is having this thank you in the URL bar. Now, what we can do, we can go back to Google Tag Manager. We click on plus sign, and here we click on trigger configuration. We go to choosing page view. We use some page view, or when page URL contains thank you. So what we are doing is actually, so earlier we were using trigger for all the pages. We had chosen all pages. We had chosen this option when we were configuring the tag. But this time for conversion tag, we are choosing the option of triggering this code only when person goes to a page when the URL contains thank you. And that's why it's called as thank you page conversion tracking. So I name it thank you. Thank you. We want to track how many people are going on the thank you page. We click on save, and we link this trigger, this thank you trigger, with the conversion tracking code. We click on save. We name it as Google Ads conversion tracking. We click on save again. And here we configured the conversion tracking code as well. Now, we only have one more code left to configure, which is the Google, or which is the Meta pixel code. Now, people who don't know about Meta, they simply have to get into adsmanager.facebook.com. Here we have to get into option of configuring the code. So what we can do, I can simply get into all tools. Then we have to look for the option which says pixels. So you have to get into event manager. In event manager, you have to pull the Google or Facebook pixel code. We have to click on connect data. We have to click on website. We have to click on next, name it as pixel code. Click on create. We wait for a while. All right. And now this code, which is metapixel only, we click on next. Oops, we click on back, connect manually. The following dataset will be used. So this is the pixel code. In fact, I have to wait for a while. Now we don't want to go with API. We want to configure the code manually. So this is the pixel ID. This is the code which we have to push into the Google Tag Manager. But I was just looking for the entire script. So let me click on cancel. Let me get into data sources. You can either get into the pixel option or you can go to data sources. Here we have this pixel code. We can get into gather website event from browser, set up a install code manually. So I was looking for this option. So I could download this entire code rather than the meta ID. I click on copy code. And this time again, I go to tags in Google Tag Manager. I click on new, look for a template, which is for meta. But then we don't have the meta template over here. That's the problem. So if we don't have the meta template, then we have to use the custom HTML option, this custom option of the codes. I click on custom HTML and paste the meta code within custom HTML. Again, the question is, where do you want to trigger this code? It goes to all the pages of the website. And then I click on save, name it as meta or Facebook pixel, FB pixel. And then I click on save, wait for a while, so that all of these code goes into Google Tag Manager. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 codes in the Google Tag Manager. Now do not forget to click on this submit button, then publish button, so that all these codes gets published on the internet on Google Tag Manager. And then once the codes are published, we have to check if the codes are working fine on the website or not.